I'm Joanne there, Miss Wallace. I'm looking around at all of you sitting there fanning and sweating, and it kind of reminds me of some of the time I shared with Bill, because I can't talk about these wonderful collegial connections, even though I was here at Antioch for several years. Didn't share those years with Bill. But you've got to look at the slideshow sometime and see the pictures of pirates at Penzance, because Bill was the pirate king. And that was kind of my first experience of seeing this enormous man with this wonderful voice, and getting to be one of the little fanning maidens who flitted around. And then eventually we married the pirates, if you've ever seen the show. Did any of you have experience with center stage when you were here? Lots of the local people I know did. And it was such a fabulous experience to be in that with him and to hear his voice. And I found out he gave voice lessons. So I got up the nerve to take voice lessons and spent some of my time learning about singing from Bill. And this was really interesting because I was a soprano and he was teaching me, and I found out that he could imitate way up there. He could do that too. But one little thing that I remember, I had accepted a part in a production of Gypsy as Mama Rose. And if you remember, that part sings very low. That was Ethel Merman, and it's like she sings in baritone range. And I brought the music to Bill, and he said, "You're going to sing this?" I said, "Yeah, well, I really want to learn it. I really want to sing it." He said, "This is almost malpractice as a voice teacher." But he did it, and what he taught me to do is to sing in the lower range without killing my voice, which was very nice. And I just wish that I had shared so many of these other experiences with him, because I got the sense of that depth of the person. And it's one of those things that you say in your life, gee, if I had known that, I would have spent more time knowing more about this lovely man. And I'll tell you one other little story. And this one I love. And this one I didn't even realize how important it was. We were at a party at his house. I think it was a cask party. And for some reason, I was there by myself, and I was leaving late at night, and he sent these adorable two little boys to walk me out to my car. And I never knew that one of them was going to be as famous as he got. So I'm appreciative of being here and sharing all of this with you.
My name is Faith L. Patterson, and I'm president of an organization that's called AACW. I'd like you to know, as many people have asked me if I am a graduate of Antioch College, and I will say no, but I am as Antiochian as any one of you here. And I worked here for many, many years in the ed department at the Antioch School, which trained teachers to teach. Well, listen, I'm going to hold this, and I've been told I have 5 minutes. So how I can talk about this delightful man called William David Chappelle III, I just can't imagine. I did not know him as you have known him earlier on. I was not born here. I came here in later years. And when I met Bill, I said to myself, that looks like a very interesting human being. Was I right or what? Yes. In 1991 is when Bill's and my paths really crossed. There was a student here by the name of John Sims who had to do a senior project. And his project was about African American culture. While I came, it was a week of celebration. He had flown my daughter in from out in Oregon, Portland, Oregon, to perform. She herself is a graduate from Antioch. My 2 sons are now studying at Antioch, and my grandson knows he's going to Antioch. So I talked to Bill, and I have to do this fast. I've written a lot, but I only have 5 minutes. Let me know when it's up. 4 minutes to go. All right. I'm going to read something about the organization, because I asked Bill last night and myself, what would you want me to tell people about this organization which you have served so many years? And he said, simply tell some of the things that we have written together. And here I go. 3 minutes. AACW was established to sustain the African American Cultural Week. It was a week of sharing the African American culture and celebration of cultural diversity, to be a recurring event and similar events throughout the year. We have incorporated as a non-profit corporation for this purpose. And we like working with other organizations to foster understanding of cultural diversity. Some of the people that we are partnering with now would be Wittenberg University, Antioch, of course, Central State, all the colleges around now we are partnering with. The original 1991 idea was perpetuated by a similar celebration of the week in 1992 and 94. Out of this history, our organization arises. Is it done? 1 minute. Girl, what's with that? All right, our motivation is simply that we want to live in communities which value and celebrate diversity, based on the assertion that came from our family as far as I can remember, and that simply says, everybody counts. Am I done?